Editing Way Media.
Hello, everyone. Happy post-Valentine's and Galentine's Day, and welcome to 80s TV Ladies, where we explore the fabulous female-driven television shows of the 1980s. I'm your co-host, Susan+lambert+hatem.
And I'm your other co-host, Sharon+johnson. Today's episode is going to be awesome. I've been so looking forward to bringing back the 90s TV babies, and I can't wait to hear what they think of the Golden Girls.
I know. It has been so long since we last talked with the 90s TV babies, and now these days we actually have 5 90s TV babies in rotation. Today we'll be talking with 3 of them because 7 people is just too much for one podcast. So we'll be rotating our 90s TV babies in and out in different configurations, and I am so excited for today because we have tasked the 90s TV babies to watch the following episodes of Golden Girls. Now, if you want to pause here and then go quickly watch those episodes before coming back to listen to the episode, that's cool. Here's your assignment, should you choose to accept it. Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot, The Engagement. Season 1, Episode 9, Blanche and the Younger Man.
Season 1, Episode 13, A Little Romance. Season 1, Episode 25, The Way We Met.
Season 2, Episode 2, Ladies of the Evening. Season 2, Episode 24, To Catch a Neighbor.
Season 4, Episode 15, Valentine's Day. Season 6, Episode 9, Mrs. George Devereaux. And Season 7, Episodes 25 and 26, the 2 final episodes of The Golden Girls, One Flew Out of the Cuckoo's Nest.
And we gave them some extra bonus episodes as well. And that list will be in our description because we could just list off episode after episode of The Golden Girls. I mean, it's fun for us, but you know.
So without further ado, they're happy, they're sassy, they're fabulous and funny. Yes, the incredible 90s TV babies, fresh-faced in 2026. They are Sergio Perez, Sailor Franklin, and Serita Fontanesi. And a very special guest star today, little baby Theo, Theodore Fontanesi.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's his first appearance on the podcast, although you won't get to hear him this time, but who knows what'll happen in the future.
I know. Oh my God. Special guest appearance. Welcome to 80s TV Ladies, 90s TV Babies, Serita, Sailor, and Sergio.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. All right. So we haven't seen all of you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I sure would love to know what everybody's been up to over the last 6 months.
Sure.
Gosh, Serita, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'll start. Over the last 6 months, I had a baby. He's almost 6 months. Theodore, he's great. He's perfect. I took 5 months off of work, which was amazing. So I also am just getting back to having to work for a living again. If anyone knows how to get rich quick, call in.
We'll still have the Venmo in our description.
Yeah.
If you want to, buy Theo a cookie by buying Serita one, and then Theo will get it later.
He'll get it. Okay, he'll see mom's in a good mood. This is fun. But yeah, that's been the last 6 months for me.
Tell me something amazing.
Oh, sure.
Of late.
Listen. So my brother-in-law, his partner lives in London, and for Christmas from London got him a Paddington bear. It's real cute, guys. And he's pretty obsessed with it. So that's been very wholesome and very precious. Don't worry, I'll send pics of Teddy and his Paddington.
All right. So is it Teddy or Theo?
So we use both. It's pretty interchangeable until he can tell us which one he likes. Like we're really just workshopping them all.
I love it. Okay. Who's next? Sailor.
I was thinking about the last time I was on 90s TV Babies. I think, Serita, you announced that you were pregnant. So the fact that now the baby is here, which congratulations.
Thank you.
For me, a lot of exciting stuff has been happening for me. I've continued working with Susan with productions for 134 West. We did readings of The Flirt Bar or workshops. And then Susan just took that to Atlanta after we did the workshop. We did Merry Queerness. I've already forgotten the title of our variety show, but it was really fun. I got to perform.
It was Merry Queerness, a Wildly Inappropriate Holiday Show. And you did an amazing job.
Shucks.
What?
Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Someone woke up from his nap and said, I would like to be included.
Look at that
Wow.
face. Look at those cheeks. Oh my gosh.
Hi, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hi. Immediately. Yep. That shirt was clean. It's fine. You can have it.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hi. You're so beautiful. I can't stand it. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
Listen, I did it.
Look at your beautiful face. And your eyes. Oh my God. Yes, you're so beautiful. Oh my God.
This is
You
what I
can
mean.
get
I think
anything.
he's like, yeah, see?
You can
and
get anything you want out of them right now.
It looks like he's getting dimples. Like we've been noticing little dimples coming in. And I'm like, whoa, this is dangerous.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That charm.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll have a little friend talking about Golden Girls.
Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm
Okay.
going to get so distracted.
Well, I think this is it now. Anybody, if we just play this, it's just us staring
Yeah.
The
at
whole episode.
Teddy Theodore.
It's just, here's a baby.
Here's a baby, and he's adorable, and he's wide-eyed and big-cheeked and just good to.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Can't
And
stand
this
it.
is why he loves space time. He's like, this is fun.
Yeah, everybody just goes gaga over me.
Yeah.
And a foot. Okay, Sailor. Sailor, back to you.
Does this sound better?
Yeah.
Worse?
Yeah, it does seem
Gain?
like getting close to it helps.
Let me get real podcast about it. I'll just sink down in my chair.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's strange. Sorry about that. I don't know what's
Yeah.
causing it.
I bet you Theo can solve it by getting that sock off of his foot. He's able to do that.
That's the other big Theo update is we can now get our foot in our mouth. And that's pretty exciting.
No. He's like, watch this party trick.
Oh my goodness. Give him a headset and a mic.
Get this baby on the mic.
Yeah.
He's like, I found a foot. It's got a sock on it. And within a week, I'm going to be able to pull that sock off anytime I want.
I know.
And
I know.
I'm gonna,
My grandma's going to be really upset when she finds out this baby does not keep socks on.
Oh,
Mhm.
did he pull the other one off himself?
Almost. And I said, you know what? We're just going to, because the thing is, the dogs also are like, yeah, pull that sock off.
yeah.
So that mom forgets about it.
Oh my gosh, you are outnumbered, aren't you?
I am. I am truly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but they're all so cute. They're going to kill you.
That's how they get you. Yeah.
They're going to kill you. They're going to win every time.
Every time. I've got no leverage in my own home.
No.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. No. Sailor.
Okay.
Mosey up to that microphone and tell us what your song was.
So I love Christmas music, but my favorite by far is Wham's Last Christmas. I listen to it on repeat every single Christmas. But usually when we do these productions, I serve as stage manager. And so I kind of combined it all into one weird role where I'm trying to both stage manage, Liza Minnelli's party and make sure it all goes perfect while also having my heart broken because I'm in love with Liza Minnelli and she frankly is not in love with me. And I get to be George Michael for 2 minutes. It was great. Fulfilled my heart. And I can't wait to see the recording of it because it was so much fun.
It was really great. You did a wonderful job, and you had great backup singers, which were
I did.
Yeah, it was good.
Jimmy and Ekaterina, shout out to them. But in personal life, also the funny thing is that Serita announced she was pregnant on the last 90s TV Babies I was on, and I was just moving on the last 2 90s TV Babies I was on. And guess what's happening again? I just signed a lease yesterday for my very own apartment where I'll be living by myself for the first time in my entire life. And it's a little apartment, but it will be mine. And I'm so happy.
And good for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Where are you
I'm very
moving to?
excited. South Pasadena. So just, it's like 10 minutes away from where I am right now, but it's such a nice little spot. It's close to Mission Street. I'm very excited. And the other thing is, I've worked for a nonprofit, that does, after school programming at no cost to parents for a while, but I just got a big promotion to the Visual and Performing Arts Associate, which is now facilitating me getting that new apartment. So,
Yay.
So I'm real excited.
Sergio.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been so long since I've recorded one of these. And while we were working out audio, I checked. The last episode of 90s TV Babies that I did was for A Different World, which was like 4 shows ago or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while back. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I've not had to do a little 90s TV Babies in a while. So hello, I'm back.
Yay.
Reintroducing myself to folks who might have started tuning in after A Different World. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I was really excited to talk about the Golden Girls. But I'll get into that later. The last 6 months, I mean, I had my first ever adult summer to myself where I'd not had Occidental Children's Theater. And it was very, in a word, liberating. I got to experience a lot of things during the summer of just being able to do something without going, but I have to be at rehearsal tomorrow at 8 a.m. Oh no, I can't go out with my friends or else I'm going to throw up during the show tomorrow or something. And so it was really just so crazy to me. Everything, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a whole world out there. And Koji and I we've spent 1 year in our new apartment as of August. But it's been a long time since we've caught up. But yeah, since August, it was 1 year. And yeah, I mean, I'm running around. I'm trying to figure out who I am right now. And after I've moved on from children's theater, I'm like, okay, all these doors are open and I'm going to try every single one of them. So just been doing some crazy stuff. Been traveling a lot. I was up in, I don't know. Have y'all ever been to the dunes in San Miguel? Or not San Miguel, but in Pismo?
Yes.
You got me real excited because I'm my hometown in Indiana is like 10 minutes away from the Dune State Park. And I was about to be like, oh my God, you went to the Midwest.
No, oh my goodness. I'm going places where my car can take me. And while my car can take me to the Midwest, yeah, it's just been a lot of traveling. So Koji and I, we recently were visiting a friend up in San Miguel. And then afterwards we came back down, went to the dunes in Pismo Beach. And it's really, really crazy out there. I could not believe that was out there. And it's funny because one of my friends, he brought a drone and just took videos of us hiking these dunes. And then at the very end of the trip, we get a text and it's a video of all of us set to the music from Dune. So it's that person screaming. I don't Yeah, I've never seen Dune, actually. So sorry, everybody who loves Dune. But it was just it's just those kinds of things. Yeah, hanging out. Ooh, the sock is off.
I was going to say,
He's so distracting. He's so cute.
Yeah.
He was like, in my update, I got the sock off.
I got the sock off.
Foot in
Reward, my toe.
Yeah. Oh my God. Watching your baby suck his own toe, wild.
All right.
There
and
he
now we
goes.
know that he will upstage everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I didn't think that it was possible to be upstage. I've got a pretty big personality. And then he's also a Leo. So I had a me, and here we are. For those who wonder, he is a Leo sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising.
Oh no, he's trouble.
Yeah, I know.
He's trouble.
I said, yikes on a bike.
All right. And what does that mean for those who don't know?
For those that don't know, so Leo sun, he's, as we see, he's a personality, very gregarious. Scorpio moon, he's got a lot of deep feelings. He's got a pretty intense RBF already. And Scorpio rising, he when he can speak, he's going to be one of those kids who walks up to you and just has really blunt questions and no concept of why you wouldn't want to talk about that in public, you know? And he's going to be like, is that weird? What are you
talking about?
Yeah.
And then you'll answer back, listen, a bunch of people saw you take a sock off.
Yeah. You think
when you were 6 months old.
The onesie. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're in our thermals because it's cold.
Because it's cold.
He's checking out this standing up thing. Look at him.
I know. He's very into it, which is concerning. I'm going to need you to slow down, okay? I'm talking to the sharks and asking them for money to get you to stop growing.
Oh my goodness.
And we're teething.
And we're teething. Yeah.
He's not even content with his own foot in his mouth. Now he's putting your finger in his mouth.
Oh yeah. I'm a notorious, I've been getting my nails done for decades at this point. And I usually have very long claws until I had a baby. And now we're short, square, girly until someone stops putting my fingers in his mouth.
By the looks of it, that's not stopping anytime soon.
No.
Really going at it, huh?
Yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Well, we have to move on. I'm sorry, Teddy Theo. You are going to have to stop distracting us quite so much. Or I'll just do this like I do on the pit. Well, I can't watch except now I can't watch the cuteness. No, keep the cuteness from me. Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness.
It's really hamming it up.
All right, we got it. Back to Golden Girls. All right.
I want to talk about the pit. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, we could talk about the pit another time.
We'll chat.
All right, your assignment. Before we start talking about the show itself, we, as always, are curious who knew about the show before we started to talk about it or ask you to watch it, and what did you know? And I think I know answers to Serita because we spent a lot of time together way back when. All right, and who wants to go first?
I have a feeling everybody has a history with the Golden Girls. Am I correct?
All right, Sailor's unmuted. Go, Sailor.
Yeah.
And Sergio's nodding. So yeah.
I think we all have seen, I've seen the Golden Girls. It's such a cultural touchstone for even people of my generation. I will admit, I don't think I started watching it until I was in my 20s. And now I've just turned 26. So not too long ago, but it's such a comfort show for me. I just love watching these girls get up to whatever crazy stuff they're getting up to now. I think before I was tasked with our episodes, I haven't watched all of Golden Girls. I watched, I think I watched up to the 4th season, and I was working through the 4th season. So like I'd seen a good chunk of it, and like I love it. I like show it to my friends. I love. You know what? I'm going to save that because I have a personality test for everybody, because I feel like everybody has a favorite Golden Girl, and it says a lot about you. So if we could do that now. I want to know who everyone's favorite Golden Girl is.
You want to know now?
Well, no. Let's get to that. Let's come back around to that.
We'll save that for
we'll
later.
Save that.
That's a big personality test. So,
all right. Sergio, I would like to know what you knew of this show before we started.
Okay. So, working for the podcast aside and having to pore over the photos of the Golden Girls to make all these different magazine things, I know every crease and wrinkle on everyone's face at this point. I am going to be 100% honest. I had never seen the Golden Girls, never sat down and watched it before I had to record this episode. So I went in, I knew who was in it. I was it was something that was always around, but never something that I tuned into. So I'm so sorry, everybody. I am the one person in this call right now.
I love it.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
This is good. This is very good.
Obviously the theme song is so iconic, and I'd heard that before. I did a play reading once where they sang it, and I had to learn it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know this," and it was crazy. But yeah, I went in this time around completely blind. I knew who was in it, and I knew the theme song, but I didn't know what they were doing, who they were, where they were going.
Excellent.
So I'm excited to share what I thought.
Okay. I love that. And Serita and Teddy.
Yeah, they're cool. I obviously had known all kinds of things about the Golden Girls. It's one of those shows that is a pretty consistent rewatch. Would you like this? Oh, you want me to be? That's on me. That's my bad. I should have done that. Here. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the Golden Girls, and I feel like I was watching in high school, because it was syndicated, it was a rerun. Would you like this? There we go. He said I want to be tall. But yeah, huge fan. I will save my favorite Golden Girl for when it's time.
Okay. Now, did Teddy watch any shows with you?
He did not.
Okay.
We are trying no screens other than FaceTime for the first 2 years. We're gonna see.
Yeah, see how far you can get. I think that's very smart. It's very good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very good. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, a friend of mine did that. I think it may have been longer than that before she introduced screens to her daughter. So it's not easy, obviously, because they're so everywhere. But yeah, good on you. That's great.
This is going to be the most distracted 80s TV ladies, 90s TV babies episode, because come on. All right, we may have to release this video just so people can catch. I don't know if you want. If you don't, you may not want them out there. Sailor, why don't you start? Tell us all about your thoughts on the Golden Girls.
Oh boy, encompassing all of my thoughts on the Golden Girls is such a big ask.
Well, it doesn't have to be all of them. What did you think of the show from both an 80s perspective and from now?
I think the big thing about the Golden Girls is, of course, it is a show of the 80s, but even as a person watching from the big year of 2026, I am still so shocked by what topics they took on. especially like we're talking like first and second seasons. We're doing like hard hitting episodes about being gay, about, you know, who your partner might be, about, you know, age gaps, about the episode where Blanche is offered like a better grade if she sleeps with her teacher. The amount of these episodes like are so many that I can't even think of all of them. So just as a person in today's age, I'm still shocked by what they covered and how well they took it on. I won't say all of them are like, you know, hit it out of the ballpark, fantastic at handling some of these topics. Like there's times when like Sophia will walk into the room and like for example, I think it's A Little Romance when there's a little person that Rose is seeing, like Sophia walks into the room and sees Dr. what's his name? Oh God, Sophia, please don't say a bad thing. Like, I know you're going to make light of the situation, but please don't say like, you know, a slur or like something horrible that's not going to go over well. But that episode, like watching it again, I forgot how funny it is because like she walks into the room and she's like, forgive me for what I'm about to say. I'm very tired. I'm going to go lay down. He's like, oh, that's completely fine. And then she's like, Dorothy, please come see me. Is that guy? And, you know, she says not the most amazing word. And Dorothy confirms like, yeah, that's, you know, he's a little person. She goes, thank God, I thought I had another stroke. And it's like, they take these topics and they somehow weave humor into it really well. I totally forgot the ending of that episode, which is Rose like decides like, yeah, I'm going to marry him and it's going to be fine. And he lets her down easy because she's not Jewish and that's why they can't be together. Like how it's so funny. Like, I feel like as a 26-year-old in the year 2026, like I've got a completely different sense of humor than what was, you know, back in the 1980s. And I'm still laughing my ass off at some of these jokes. It's so funny.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I think that it has lasted is that there's a universality to a lot of the humor that will work, that worked then, that works now, and probably will continue to work for years to come because it's so grounded in their humanness.
The episode with Blanche and George is one of my favorite episodes because it is such a perfect example of like how much the show is able to hold in like one container. Because while Blanche is having this full, like emotional, like deep experience, Dorothy's being courted by Sonny Bono.
That was also one of my favorite episodes.
Just like magic in that, like, there is this like hilarious, like campy, like technically side story because like Blanche is supposed to be the focus of the episode. And like that, just like every moment about it, like I'm tackling. And then in the same episode, under the same roof, Blanche is having this like incredibly like deep moving like experience that sorry, spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it. At the end, we discover was all a dream. Yeah, Sergio, we discover was all a dream, which also like, I mean, sure, classic TV trope of like, how do you like insert a plot that you don't want to like carry on? But still, it was just like, oh my God. And she's still dreaming these big, vivid dreams of her like dead husband. And maybe just something will happen that will bring him back. And also Dorothy's being courted by these two famous men who are like obsessed with her and demand that she make a choice, all because she saw them at Equus and they were charmed by her, which also wild play to pick as like of all the shows they could have picked to be the one that she like met them at. And also Golden Girls I was actually talking to a friend about this earlier, is another great example of why we need to bring back 24 episode seasons. I am sick of these short 10 episode, like yuck. I want episodes that are all backstory and just, you're just going to give me all of the exposition in one episode. Like when we see the episode of how the girls actually all came together, or the Valentine's Day episode, it's just all going to be flashbacks because they're still fun and like add to like the color of the characters. But sure, they're not the most plot driven, like whatever. But like they're fun and they're a good time. And we get like random side Sophia talking about bloody Valentine. like, like, you know, like we get just these little snippets in there. And then we also still get these really full, rich episodes about their lives and who they are. Like the last 2 episodes that we watched, the One Flew Out of the Cuckoo's Nest, right? Like that's like those 2 episodes are like very plot heavy and like are in the same universe of that same person. Dorothy was being chased down by 2 silly famous men. Or they had backstage passes to see Mr. Burt Reynolds. And
Yes.
God, I love this. I love this show.
I would also do horrible things to meet Burt Reynolds. Like I relate to.
I like that episode reminds me of like there really are like these quintessential like figures of every generation of like the it person. And like Burt Reynolds, like there's so many jokes about him on shows of people being obsessed with him that it like he like really is like top tier. And that whole episode is so funny.
Another episode where they all end up in jail.
Yes.
That trope still comes back, but I digress.
Yeah.
All right. Sergio, yeah.
Yeah, I think because like I said, I've never seen an episode before, but watching it, even the like abridged version of the Golden Girls, the homework that you gave us, it's like you really see just how foundational this show is. I think that like compared to shows that we've watched in the past, there were many moments in this one where I'm like, okay, I see now like how much the Golden Girls has inspired creators today, like people who've made different sitcoms ever since then. Like they're all very, very inspired by this and like the dynamics that are like that you see between all of the Golden Girls. And I had so much fun. It's crazy because I was so while I was watching, Koji was he does volleyball on Sundays, so he was off in volleyball. He comes back and he had seen the Golden Girls actually. He grew up he watched the Golden Girls. He's watched all of Reba, but that's like whatever. We're going to talk about Reba right now.
Okay, hold on. We might have to circle back just personally about the Reba, but go ahead.
But he comes back and he's like, so how did you like it? And I was like, oh my goodness, I could barely keep up. It was crazy because it's joke after joke after joke after joke. And it's never something that feels, at least to me, or well, I won't say never. There were moments where I'm like, okay, this did come out in the 80s, but it always felt smart. And it always felt like it knew that the audience wasn't dumb and that they didn't have to spell out the joke for you like they have to do now, where it's like, oh, you have to know that the musical sting is mysterious so that you know that this is mysterious. And like every character is going to come in and say exactly what they're thinking and feeling. And there's like there's a different kind of honesty in the Golden Girls that is just like so exciting to me. It's crazy.
There's a line that Dorothy says that is one of my like favorite lines in TV. And it's they're dealing with teen pregnancy in the episode. And like one of the like neighbor girls finds out she's pregnant. She doesn't know what to do. She's like running away from home. And Dorothy is letting her know that she has options, that, you know, she can have the baby, she cannot have the baby, which already is like pretty bold for a TV show to be discussing. But Dorothy says, you know, just because the pipes are in the house doesn't mean they're ready for use. I've been watching too much of This Old House. And like, it's so, like, to your point, Sergio, of like, it's like, it could be such a throwaway line, but like so beautifully encapsulates this moment of like acknowledging that she is talking to ultimately a child who now finds herself pregnant, doesn't feel safe, like with that news at home. and just needs to hear that like whatever her choice is her choice, but she does have choices, which again in the 80s and on TV is like pretty bold.
Yeah.
And which is probably why it's cushioned in a joke about this old house. But it is true. It is such a like beautiful line and like cracks me up every time.
If we're sharing standout lines, I think for me, one of the ones that pinged my ear in a funny way was when during Mrs. George Devereaux, where Dorothy gets back in the bed and is like, oh my gosh, Blanche just had her dream, and everyone comes in. And Sophia's like, I should have known. I sent her to tennis camp that one time. I was like, oh my gosh, is that a Billie Jean King show?
I am going to have to feed a little baby soon. So just to make sure, I will say,
I love my bamboo sheets. And that's exactly what Cozy Earth is all about. They've been on Oprah's favorite things list for years. We're talking about buttery, soft bamboo sheets, plus amazing pajamas. Best yet, 80s TV ladies can offer you the best discount, 41%. Yes, that's 41% off. It's the ultimate in luxury sleep. Go to 80s TV Ladies, My Deals link in our show notes, and you'll see all our deals. And remember, use promo code 80STVLADIES.
I definitely obviously love Golden Girls. And I would say even both for its time and still today, ahead of the game. I mean, just a show centered around 4 older women. What? Women and older women. And it's not just about like being old, like, and Sailor Blanche is like, I love them all deeply and it's tough, but Blanche is really my girl because I love that she like gets to just be this little like slut, like empowered slut, you know? And we love that. And we love that that's coming from someone who is of an age that often people decide no longer can have any sense of sex or self or anything like that. I am just obsessed with the show. And the reason why it's one of my kind of like go-to comfort shows is, other than just it being funny, is that it still feels current and like still feels really relevant in a way that, again, bring back 24 episodes. Because like, I think that's hard to do in a short 10 episode season to like feel timeless in some ways. And I think there's a beauty to Golden Girls, and there's a beauty to like really enjoying aging, especially as women. That again, like we have Grace. I always want to say Grace and Frankie, but like right, like I can think of one show that centers older women, and of current times. And listen, if I don't support reboots very often, but if we wanted to just update Golden Girls a little bit and get her back on the air, sign me up.
Ooh.
I dare I mention that the women in And Just Like That, the reboot of Sex and the City, they're basically the same age as the ladies in the Golden Girls.
And the issue is that And Just Like That tries to be Sex in the City, like just tries to continue Sex in the City instead of allowing the women to age. And Golden Girls let them age, but still have a full life. And that is the difference. This is a hill I will die on.
Okay. So says Serita.
Yes, I'm going to go feed my infant. Okay. I can hear him.
Yes.
We can do another Zoom soon. I will bring him back.
Okay.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
They're good to see you both.
Sergio, what was surprising?
I think surprising. Some things that were surprising. These are surprising things that I liked. What was cool, and Serita touched on it a little bit, but I think that it was really cool that these were older women who could talk about their sex lives, But the joke about them talking about their sex lives was never, they're old and having sex. It was always something else and something more subversive than that. Surprising to me, maybe it's just because I'm like, again, like 2026, we're coming at it here. And like I grew up watching other shows, but it was like, oh, we're gonna have this little conversation now. Something like grief and loss. And I honestly, like, of all the episodes that you shared with us, I think that for me, my favorite one, my favorite two were the pilot and Mrs. George Devereaux. Because it really is like, okay, Rue McClanahan in both gets to do a lot of dramatic acting that you don't expect from a sitcom. The first one, like it's not even like the shot is focused on her, but you can see her just reacting to being spurned in the pilot. And it's like, oh my gosh, she is fantastic. And like, it reminds me too that sitcoms are kind of filmed like theater. And like, that just is always like so exciting to me, just watching people who are in this industry and like acting, doing their jobs like really, really well. And then, like I said, like for Mrs. George Devereaux, I wasn't expecting it to end that way because like maybe it's just because we're dropping in at a time in the season where I'm like, yeah, maybe Dorothy is being courted by those two guys at this point in the season. Like they've been here before. And so I'm watching it again as someone who's never seen it. And I'm like, yeah, this makes so much sense to me that she would be like talking to these two guys. Oh, right. He's the mayor of Palm Springs right now. Like, it's just like, yeah, I didn't have the context of maybe this was a joke until the very end when, like when Blanche wakes up and it just delivers perhaps one of the most heartbreaking moments, I think, of television. I don't know. I've just seen it today, but I was like, oh my gosh, I was really affected by that because it's something that's played off a lot of the time as funny, like, oh, she's got a dead husband. Like, oh, but now she's the slut. Like, you know, she's going around, sleeping around. But like when she says like, oh, like, but this time, like, I got to hug him. And this time, like, you chose Sonny. And it's like, it's the 1-2 punch of like, here's something dramatic, but like what do we call it? You hit him and you hug him or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's one of those where I was just like really, really, really affected by that. And yeah, I don't know if it's apparent. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I see why it has stood the test of time and is like still to this day getting adaptations, getting stage shows, everything. Like, I loved it.
Yeah, it's a lot of a lightning in a bottle magic of those characters and that tone that was both really, really funny, sharp-witted, and also incredibly warm. Sailor, looking back at it, sort of like you were familiar with it, but when you kind of rewatched, what was there something that surprised you on this rewatch, or something that stood out for you?
I mean, I think the big thing that I took away from it was, once again, these like kind of topical issues that came up within it, mostly because that's a lot of what was either on the assignment or the extra credit. Like I said, it really it does such a great job at touching these. I'm going to cheat a little bit and go outside of what the assignment was and reference some episodes that, like, personally I love. One of which was, I think it's the first episode of season 3, where Sophia befriends a man who has Alzheimer's. And I haven't seen that episode in forever, but I do remember it being like one of my favorites because of how beautiful this story was. Like, it's still to this day, like I said, I haven't seen it in forever, but I can still recall like how much I loved it. And the other one was, I think I watched it because I think you guys mentioned it, which was the episode where Sophia's son Phil dies. And like, it's filled with a bunch of jokes like, he's been cross-dressing all his life, and, oh, the mourner's here. they're also men in dresses underneath veils. And yet it ends with such like a heart-wrenching moment of Dorothy's eulogy to him, which is like, we should never let, like, us as family, we should never grow so far apart. And like, I wish I could say all this stuff to him. And then the final moment of that episode, which is the only like Golden Girl episode I can think of that didn't end with a zinger, is Sophia just breaking down and being like, what did I do? What happened to have him turn out this way? And just ending it with like, my baby is gone. Like, that's, God, does that just hit something deep within you? And it's like, I came here to laugh. And like, there's lots of laughs in that episode. Like the fact that they bury him in a teddy and everyone keeps commenting like, it's a very nice teddy. Like, it's a very tasteful one. Like Serita said, the Mrs. George Devereaux episode, I need to say it, my favorite part of that episode is when Dorothy asks, like, who did I end up this time? And she's like, oh, it was Sonny Bono. And she goes, yes. That was my favorite part. It was so, like, it's such a dramatic episode. My favorite part is watching those two men fight over Dorothy. I'll say it now. Dorothy is my favorite Golden Girl. I love her to death. As a person who is not very effeminate and is a big fan of wisecracks and, you know, having a heart and exterior, she's my girl. I love her to death. She's my role model, truly.
She's my favorite too, for what it's worth. But getting back to I'm so glad you guys respond. I really love the George Devereaux episode as much as I do. I probably saw it when it aired originally, but I forgot. And so I felt like I was watching it the first time around this time. Mm-hmm. And I did not see it coming. And it's such an example of how good the writing is on the show, the way that they're able to balance both of those storylines and both of those endings and make it fit together so perfectly. Somehow, some way, with the magic of whatever magic or pixie dust they sprinkled on it, it worked, and it works so well.
Sergio, what character?
I think just based off of the episodes that I watched, I'm somebody who really likes, I wouldn't say like throwaway jokes. I don't know, is this surprising at all? I think my favorite is Rose. I think because she's just like, one, like the St. Olaf stories are crazy. Losing Butter Girl was devastating. But also, it's just comedically played so well. Like when we all met, like when she's like, oh, I've got a room and it's got Blanche Devereaux on the, like, called Blanche Devereaux. And she's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's show you the room. Oh, and what's your name again? It's just like, it's so funny. I think it takes such a smart performer to play dumb. And it's like literally just a masterclass in that. Yeah, I think I'm a Rose.
You think you're a Rose? I love that.
I think I'm a Rose.
I think you're a Rose too. You have a lot of optimism in you, and I think Rose does too. But
yeah, that's another thing. She's really like the heart.
Yeah, she's the heart.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious if you knew of these actresses, particularly Betty White, since Betty White kind of worked until she died. What you knew of them and how that affects how you think of their character in the show.
Okay, actually, yeah, this is something I was thinking of as I was watching, where again, just because like I've been like I have to listen. I listen to every 80s TV Ladies episode.
Woo!
And like, so I know like stuff that was happening behind the scenes and other things. And like watching it, you can tell maybe like from episode 1 to literally the finale, Sophia's character is a little more diminished. Her performance is a little smaller. And as we know now, it was because Estelle Getty was having memory issues on set. And that was something that I was thinking about as I was watching it. I was also thinking about like the personal relationships between the cast. If I'm remembering correctly, it's it was Betty White and B. Arthur who were not
Yes.
friends.
Yes. And
Yes.
it was mostly B. Arthur not appreciating Betty White's style, I think.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. And maybe it's just because that's something I was like thinking about. I don't know if it necessarily like bled into the performance of things. Like I think they were being very professional. And I think the one that most stood out to me was Estelle Getty's, just the change in like what her character, like the function of her character in the finale versus in the pilot. That was something that made me feel a little emotional, just because it's like, wow, she did 7 seasons. I did know of Betty White. Of all of them, I knew Betty White the most. And yeah, I can't say that I had seen either or any of the other 3 in anything else until I watched The Golden Girls.
I know what you mean of like, oh, that's Betty White. Because I had never seen Betty White in anything. I just am like, oh, that's Betty White. That's, the really old lady who's been in everything and she's still spry and she's like ready to take on life. I remember she had like a very brief show that was just like a prank show where old people would play pranks on people. It was called Betty White's something or other.
I love that.
Like that's what I remember that.
I'm remembering her now from the Proposal, the rom-com with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, where she plays his grandmother.
Yes.
That's what I'm remembering. Like that was probably my first ever like sit down and watch something that has Betty White in it. Because my older siblings loved The Proposal, so they put it on all the time. And I just remember the scene where she and Sandra Bullock are in the forest doing the dance.
Yes.
And say what you will, it is quite offensive.
Yes.
But Betty White is just a comedic genius.
Yeah. I would encourage you to go look at the Mary Tyler Moore Show. It's from, and when Betty White comes in, she's not in she comes in later into the show, but seeing her do the performance she does in Mary Tyler Moore and seeing her do Rose, if you've heard any of the episodes, you know that at one point they were hiring Rue McClanahan to play Rose, and they were thinking of Betty White to play Blanche, and that will explain why they thought of that at first, seeing her character in Mary Tyler Moore, but also why neither of them wanted to do that, and why it was much better to have her go play Rose.
Here's something I want to touch on. I hate Stanley. He's a yes. He's a yes.
I do
They say it
too.
themselves. I hate it. And I can't, as Dorothy being my favorite Golden Girl, it kills me that I'm like, why did you marry that man? And it goes back to like me being so thankful that women have a lot more agency and we're not forced to like settle down and do everything so quickly, because if a beautiful, strong, gorgeous woman like Dorothy has to settle for a man like Stanley, it makes me, which I'll bring it back to this. I had never seen the final 2 episodes. So I was really surprised when I saw the ending. I'm like, it was a very good episode. It was very touching. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the ending as much as I thought I would. I think it's just because maybe it's because they got married so quickly. Like I wish this was, I know it was a 2-parter episode, but still like
it felt too quick.
It felt too quick. And like the whole joke was like, oh, let's pretend to get married, but actually I'm crazy about you. And I'm like, when did this happen? They went to a hardware convention and Dorothy had a horrible time and now they're kissing. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I hate the concept. I'm just saying it could have used a little bit more,
zhuzhing.
A little more zhuzhing. I want to see them fall in love. I love a slow burn. It's so good. I loved moonlighting. Of course I love a slow burn.
All right. So final thoughts. for us. And I would say, weirdly, after you talk about how much she disappeared in the show, I'm kind of a Sophia.
But I think they artfully, like, how many Rose is dumb jokes, Blanche is a slut jokes, and Dorothy is manly jokes have they done over 7 seasons? And still, season 7, I am laughing at these jokes. Like, the writers are pretty masterful at keeping these bits going.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great. It's so exciting. It's really fun that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm so excited, Sergio, that despite working on it for months,
I knew nothing.
You did not know anything about it.
I knew nothing, and it was like, okay. It was funny because I'd hear quotes and I'd be like, oh my God, wait, I know that quote because I've used it in something. That's weird. And then I hear the delivery of it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not how I was reading it at all. And now it's even better. To me, the ending felt very stilted. Like, I know like there was a joke of Dorothy coming back and like I loved it. And I actually wanted her to come back one more time. And then I also loved, just going back to Rose really quickly, I loved the way Betty+white played it where everyone's looking around and she does like this very slight glance and like another door and then like audience laughs. But then after like the realization hits that she's not coming back that time, the girls just turn in and their faces drop and then it's credits. And I was like, what? That feels wrong for this show. I felt like there should have been just like one more thing. And like, obviously I'm not like saying anything about the writing or like how the writers chose to end their show, but it was really surprising to me. It felt very like, oh, wow. Yeah, it's over. And it just ended in such a way where I'm like really surprised by it.
It felt a little deflated.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the button.
Absolutely.
Like, where's the last little joke that leaves us happy at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone had a great time at the Golden Palace. Yeah. I think what's troublesome is that when the Golden Girls was airing, it's like everyone was kind of watching the same stuff. You knew that we were all going to sit down at this time to watch this show and take away a certain lesson from it. And obviously, ever since the Golden Girls came out, there's been a lot that's happened in the world that you can do updated storylines with and like create scripts with different lessons to learn at the very end. But I think the value of the Golden Girls was that everyone was watching it and you could trust that that was happening. And these days now it's like, well, if it's on Tubi and Fubu and Boo and you got to find it on PB, like it's
got to watch it on Plorb.
Yeah, you got to go to Plorb. And when you're on Plorb, just make sure you get the poo-poo track, like, and you got to get on this. Like, it's so inaccessible now, and no one's watching the same things. There's no monoculture around media that I feel like it would be just such a disservice to what the show could be. That said, I am already like fan casting it in my mind of like who could do it, and I want Amy Poehler there. But anyway.
That's a good. Well, anybody else? It's kind of in the back of your mind that you would like to see on the reboot if you're going to cast it.
Ooh.
Toni Collette.
Toni Collette.
Okay.
Would be hilarious.
As which character?
Dorothy.
And Amy Poehler as
Amy Poehler would be Rose.
Amy Poehler would definitely be. That's why I was thinking about it.
Really?
I was like, Amy Poehler would be Rose.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
I did not prepare for this, but now I gotta do some frantic Google searches.
Yeah. Like this is the Patreon, like, okay, all the 90s TV babies are back to talk about their fan cast of the Golden Girls. Because it will, I'm thinking about it now.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Right. Blanche, Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
No.
I'm there.
No.
I just love Angela Bassett. I'd like to see her in anything.
I want to see her.
But
let's get her out of 911.
Okay.
Let's poach her from 911.
She's cashing a very big paycheck.
That's true.
Yes.
Leave her alone.
Okay, sorry.
What about Sandra Oh as Blanche?
Oh.
I love Sandra
that.
Oh.
She's funny.
I love her in Killing Eve.
I mean, I'm
That's all
not
I
sure how
gotta
old
say.
she is, but I'm thinking she might be.
Oh, Kevin likes that.
Yeah.
All right, Sandra Oh. All right, well, listeners, let us know who you think should be recast in the Golden Girls.
Or if it should
Reboot.
happen at all.
If should happen at all. Rebooted. But even if it shouldn't happen, you can still cast the idea of a Golden Girls reboot.
A girl can dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. We are so happy to have you. I love seeing your faces and hearing your voices and hearing all about what you're up to.
Hearing your thoughts about whatever show we're talking about is always one of the highlights for me. It's always one of the best parts of what we're doing in terms of covering a show. And again, you guys did not disappoint. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. RuPaul is Sophia. Anyway.
I was thinking about RuPaul. I just could not.
Okay. Yes.
I couldn't place RuPaul in the
like,
cast until I was like,
Thank you, 90s TV
Thank
Babies.
you.
It's so good to see you. It has been so fun. And we will have you back to talk about when we look at Kate and Allie, and we'll be looking at One Day at a Time. Yeah. Very interesting shows. Thank you.
Good
Good to see you guys as always.
Bye.
Bye. In today's audiography, learn more about the Golden Girls on Facebook at facebook.com/goldengirls.
Now, if you have Hulu and you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch the 40th anniversary special that aired in 2025. And it is at hulu.com. The link will be in our description.
It was such a fun look back at the show. And I was thrilled to see that several of our former guests were part of it.
I know. It was like a 80s TV ladies reunion up there on ABC.
Exactly. And meanwhile, if you're so inclined, you can send Serita diaper money for little adorable baby Theo at Venmo. It's venmo.com/you/Serita Fonta. And again, the link will be in our show notes.
And you know what? You can learn more about my new arts organization that I'm the co-artistic director of. It's called Arts a la carte. And you can find out there what we've been up to in the past year and a half and how you can support new works of theater going forward. You can check it out at artsalacarte.org. And on Instagram, you can find us at Arts a la carte LA. Because there's lots of arts a la carte. Because it's Instagram. You got to have a little underscore or an extra.
Absolutely. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for your feedback and comments. Did any of you guys out there recently watch or rewatch The Golden Girls? And if so, what did you think?
We love hearing from you. You can send us messages at our website, 80stvladies.com. That's 80stvladies.com. And you can also tell us what you think if there was an episode we should have given the 90s TV babies. We're also so very grateful to our Patreon supporters. You guys have helped us. Some of you have been with us from the very beginning. You've helped make it possible to do this show. Let us know what you want from Patreon, and we'll try to do it this year. Message us through Patreon or send an email to 80stvladies@gmail.com and mention you're a Patreon supporter.
Our next episode is so exciting. We have a very special guest coming on next time, Ms. Georgia Jeffries.
Georgia is a writer, producer, and professor who worked on some of the most iconic 80s TV ladies shows ever, including Cagney and Lacey, China Beach, and Sisters.
She wrote and produced some of our favorite episodes of Cagney and Lacey, and it's such a wonderful conversation. And Susan, guess what else?
What else?
Well, that episode with Georgia will be our 99th episode, which means the next one after that is going to be our 100th episode of 80s TV Ladies. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that. I can't believe it's going to be that. So that makes this one 98. Happy 98th, 99, and 100th episode to us and to you guys, our listeners. Wow. I don't know what quite to do for the 100th episode, but I think we decided to do something very special and bring on a very, very special guest. A fantastic gift for all of us. Miss Morgan Fairchild will be coming on our 100th episode of 80s TV Ladies. I really cannot wait.
We hope 80s TV Ladies brings you joy and laughter and lots of fabulous new and old shows to watch, all of which will lead us forward toward being amazing ladies of the 21st century.